Hello, all. It is Thursday, August 13th, 2020. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Pearl Podcast, episode 204. It's a little stashy. In social media, I am One Fine Cow, all spelled out. On Ravelry and Twitter, I am One Fine Design, the number one. On Facebook and Etsy, and I'm Doris M. Smith, all lowercase, and smooshed together on Instagram. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Pearl Podcast group. So, by the way, you don't have to remember all that stuff that I just belted out, because in the handy dandy down bar below, there are links to the show notes, which did I tell you? Show notes are at knitandpearl-doris.blogspot.com. Anyway. Show notes, link to the show notes, link to the Ravelry group, link to the Etsy store. I had a sale this week. Yay! Anyway. If you click on the show notes link, you will, at the very top of the show notes under the video is the links to the social media. They're all clickable. You can click on there, follow me, and I'll follow you back. Birthday shout outs for the Ravelry group. From August 1st to August 15th, we have 4 birthdays. Try Linda, her birthday was on the 1st of August. Elma Cohn, her birthday was on the 3rd. This one's going to be a hard one. Maria Wilhelmina. Ooh, I probably butchered it. Her birthday was also on the 3rd of August. And finally, last but not least, Lady in 10, 48. Her birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday out. I hope that you did have or will have a wonderful birthday, that you got good gifts, that you got to spend time virtually or social distancing, whatever, with friends and family, and that you enjoyed your version of a birthday cake. Happy birthday. And if it was your birthday during August 1st through the 15th and you don't share it on Ravelry, happy birthday to you as well. Okay, story of the week, stash enhancement. So I got an email from Paradise Yarns that they were having a deep sale. And so I didn't need it, but I wanted to try it. So I got 8 balls from Ice Yarns. Here's the number in case you're interested. So it is some Urban Cotton Luxe. I figured out that with shipping and all, it was like $1.35 a skein. Urban Cotton Luxe. It's got a shimmer to it. It feels soft to the hands. And I did start a project. I'm curious to see how it's going to wash up. Or, during, soak it and block it, how it's going to be. So, I'll let you know. But it's cotton. It's not a bad cotton. I don't think I would use it on kitchen stuff. I think it is a lightweight. Yeah, it's considered a lightweight too. I'm gonna get that up there so you can see it. That says it too. It is a 60%. This is the funny part. It is 60% cotton, 28% viscose, and 10% polyamide. There's 2% missing somewhere. Anyway, it's nice, and you'll see it crocheted up in the works in progress. So I bought that. And then yesterday, I was feeling myself, and I decided I just need to have a little retail therapy. So I'll just show you. I think I was at Michael's, and I picked this up because I was curious about it and of how it feels so good in the hand. It was like $2.50. It's a Susan Bates, but it's ergonomic, and it's light, and it feels very good in the hand. I also I started a project, or I continued to, I had started a project. I switched out the needles to use this, and it's crochets very nicely. So that's that. That's another thing that I purchased yesterday. And then I said I'm going to Hobby Lobby. Hang on. I have to get something. It's like I want to go to Hobby Lobby. And I may go to Michael's. Let me just go to Hobby Lobby. I looked at a lot of yarn, but when I got in, I thought, let me see if they have this. Anything in this color. So this is Soft and Sleek DK Low Pill Fiber, 478 yards. Yarn B, Soft and Sleek. This stuff is lovely. It feels so soft and nice to the hand. It looks smaller than a DK. So, if y'all remember, I have this, a sweater's quantity of this, which is in, what is the color? It doesn't have a name. This is denim. The color name is denim, and this is linen. So these two, I only need to get one ball of this one because it is going to be a contrast color, and I probably have more than enough of this. For my next sweater, I was enabled by Grocery Girls because I can't remember the other girl's name. Not Jody. I don't know. Anyway, she knit Jody this. This is going to be, I'm going to knit it with this. This calls for a sport weight yarn, and I just figured this will work just fine on the needles that it calls for. There's a lot of yardage in this. This is 4 ounces. It doesn't have the grams. $114 grams. 4 ounces, 478 yards. Yeah. That is going to be the next sweater that I cast on. So I did kind of like have a purpose. I wanted to go in and see about this. And I looked at the pattern yardage wise, and this one ball should be enough because it's the contrast. What you think? I think it's going to be beautiful. Denim and linen. Okay. I'm going to put this back in its cubby. Put this up next to it so I can look at them. Can you see them? Can you see them? Mm-hmm. Okay. I also have been on kind of a weird crochet kick, which you'll see in the finished objects. I picked up a couple skeins of I love this yarn. It says it's ombre, and the color is pink camo. Dun, da, da, da. I thought these would be kind of cool as one of those bags. I'm all about the crochet bags right now. So I purchased that. And then I wasn't satisfied. I wanted to go to Michael's. So I went to Michael's. So I found this in the clearance. I have always been intrigued but never purchased. The shawl and the ball. If you can see the tag, it was on clearance for half price. So I picked it up. We'll see if it's actually a shawl and a ball. So pretty. And then Michael's was having a buy one, get one half off sale. So I purchased 2 of these scarfies. Isn't it pretty? Ooh. This is 5.3 ounces, 150 grams. It is a bulky 5, 78% acrylic, 22% wool from Lion Brand. What is the color? The color is called Black and Hot Pink. 2 of them. Hopefully this will be a nice big shawl. I don't want to make a scarf. And I purchased just some Red Heart brown because I want to crochet this. I follow Allie of Little Drops of Wonderful podcast, and she had crocheted this. So I looked it up, and it's been like sitting over here, and I haven't mentioned it, but I want to crochet him. So I bought this brown. And last but not least, I purchased some Red Heart Super Saver Ombre in the denim colorway. Is it denim? True Blue. I call it denim. You know. You know what for. So that was it. That was all of my purchases. Oh, it made me feel some kind of way because I hadn't purchased anything and I hadn't been out to Michael's or Hobby Lobby in months, and I just put my mask on and went. It was good. It was good. So what else? Work slow again. Work is slow again with no travel because a nurse aide at my home building and a therapist at another building tested positive for COVID. So not allowed to go between buildings. I'm just at Crestwood, which is also the nurse aide that tested positive was in the building. I don't know if I came in contact with her. I don't know who it is. The physical therapist was at the building, but my assistant, physical therapy assistant that I work with, also was traveling last week, and was in another building, and the therapist tested positive for COVID. So she had to leave work on Monday, go get tested, and stay home until she gets the results. Thank you, God, that I didn't have to. So I am working, but I'm only getting like 3 and 4 hours a day. So, I shouldn't have spent the money. But I felt I needed something new, and I needed to go look at yarns, so that's what I did. All is going to be fine. So, yeah, let me just tell you that a little story. I found out that I couldn't travel anymore on Thursday of last week. That's when they said, Wednesday, when I was there, the administrator announced over the intercom that somebody had tested positive. We have a first positive. And Thursday, I was still traveling. I went to another building, and then when I came back to Crestwood, was informed no more travel. You cannot go between buildings anymore. So I was feeling rather just discouraged and down and worried about, here we go again, I'm not going to have the money. And so I was feeling discouraged and worried. And Ted, your man, takes it on himself, and he's worried too. So anyway, I was at home in here, I don't know, crocheting or whatever, and Ted took a phone call from a man about a lawnmower, and the guy goes, "Hey Ted, I'm a minister, you know that?" And Ted's like, "No, I didn't know that." He said, "Okay, well, I feel like God is telling me to tell you something." And Ted's like, "Okay." And he said, "Whatever it is that you're worried about or concerned about, you don't need to worry. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Do you hear what I'm saying? God told me to tell you, whatever it is that you're worried about or concerned about, don't worry. Everything is going to be okay." When Ted got off the phone, I said, "I'm claiming that, Ted. Everything's going to be fine." It's like, it was beautiful. God just gave me the message when I needed it. So, hallelujah. Anyway, finished objects. Sorry for that little long extra stuff, but I finished 2 things. So, I finished the Granny Stripe Bag, which is a free pattern that links to a tutorial on Ravelry by Fiber Spider. There's a link in the show notes to the I think Ravelry link. So the first one I made, I used the Spearmint Super Saver Ombre, and this one has a applied handle. I really liked it. I like the way this color turned out. It was fun. It was really fun. It's very similar to the Tulip Bag, except it's done with grannies instead of, and it would be a nice shopping bag attached. I like the way the handles are attached, and you'll see in works in progress another situation. So anyway, there it is. But that's not all. That one turned out so good, I made another one. This is with some, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby in the color Belladonna. It's 100% acrylic. It's nice. I like it. It turned out nice, and yeah, I like it a lot. I like the way the handles are attached. Makes it more sturdy. Yeah, I like that a lot. So that's my finished objects. Works in progress. I did not pick up some old whips. I started some new crochet projects. So let's get to the whips as soon as I have a sip of coffee. I will show you the whip from last week. The only knitted whip is the Tecumseh, which is a paid-for pattern on Ravelry by Caitlin Hunter. The yarn I'm using, why is it all twisted up? Anyway, I'm using this big ball of yarn. The sweater is a little less than half done. It's barely made a dent in this ball. So if you want to take a screenshot, I don't even know if it has the color. There's like if you want to stop and do that. There it is. That's the main color. And I'm using a mandala for the color, the contrast color. So let me get this where it's better seen. So here's what I was like in the middle somewhere of chart B last time, and I have gotten to chart B a second time, and there's 400 stitches on the needle right now. So these are long rows. I think I've done a very good job getting this far, and it's only been 2 weeks, being as there's like a lot of stitches on the needle. I'm hoping as soon as I get through this chart B and knit 2 rows, I can separate for the sleeves and be down to 312 stitches on the needle. And then it's a breeze from there, but I love it. I think these colors are going to be so fun. So I have another ball of the gnome colorway of the, and I'm going to just pick out the light colors. Like I'll probably get some of this pink in and a little more pink, and then go back into the green and the yellow again. I want to keep it on the lighter colors that are in that mandala, instead of getting the darker colors that won't show up against this color. It's gonna be so pretty. And it'll be something that can be easily washed and dried. There you have it. This, I'm actually knitting an extra large, and there is positive ease in this pattern. So it'll be a nice roomy sweater. I love it. This is actually a pattern. This is the third Tecumseh I am knitting. The first Tecumseh I knit was only my second ever color work. I love this pattern. There you have it. I think it looks stunning. Okay, next work in progress. I started, after I finished that other bag, I found some old stash that's been in my stash for a while. And I decided I wanted to try the crocheted tulip bag, and I want to then add. I want to do this bag and add this handle to it, because actually this pattern, the only thing different in this pattern and this pattern is that this is granny stripe. This one is just double crochet. It's like a solid granny square. It starts with a solid, but wow, what about them colors? I'm not very far. I have 2 skeins of this yarn, which is called, this pattern, the Crochet Tulip Bag, is a free pattern linked to YouTube tutorial by Serene's Crochet. The yarn is Red Heart Super Saver in the Day Glow color. The hook I'm using is the where's it at? Did I put it back in here? I'm using this. So I'll be able to show you a little bit better. I got 2 skeins of this yarn, and I started it because I want to try the handle from the granny bag to this one. Plus it's bright colors and it's fun to watch the colors slip through your fingers. And surprisingly, this yarn, this Red Heart Super Saver, is the softest I've worked with. I mean, it's not like, but it's Super Saver, but it's a nicer quality Super Saver, just saying. So I started that a couple days ago in a fat squirrel bag. And then when I got my cotton, you guys, every time I show you one of these, I have to laugh because if you have ever crocheted a virus, you know. But isn't that pretty? Doesn't that look gorgeous? The way it's this cotton luxe is crocheting up, so nice. It's gonna be a beautiful shawl. I'll probably put it on my Etsy store as like a nice wedding shawl, because I don't know that I'll ever wear it, but it's beautiful. And with this cotton, it'll be a beautiful summery, springtime, even a nice winter wedding to throw on your shoulders inside. So pretty. Let me give you a closer look. It's very pretty. I'm curious to see how I will probably soak and block this. But that is that. The virus is a free pattern on Ravelry by Julia Marquide, who it is linked to a YouTube tutorial to get you started. The yarn I'm using is Ice Yarn Urban Cotton Luxe. The hook I'm using is an F, and this is a Boyd F boy. Finally, the last thing I started right after last week, I think. I started the Granny Shrug, which is a free pattern by Thornberry. It's on a Thornberry blog. The yarn I'm using is the rainbow yarn from Ice Yarn. I am using a J furl. It's the furl streamline hook number J. And what you do with this pattern, you can see it looks, but it's actually crocheted a 5-point crochet, and then depending on how you fold it, it folds into half of a cardi or shrug. As you can see, I'm just barely starting, so it's gonna be, it'll be done by late fall, early winter. This is only the first side, and there's not much here yet. It'll have to be far bigger than this to please me. There you go. And the colors though. The colors though. When I got this yarn, I thought because I've been wanting to the last time I made this, I made it with super bulky yarn, and it just was so heavy, and it hung on me so and stretched out because the yarn was so bulky and heavy. I decided to use a worsted weight and just keep going until it's the right size. Make the second one, sew it together, do the things, and have a nice little cardi, granny shrug. It'll be more of like I don't know. We'll see it as it goes. So that's all the works in progress. I did a little bit of spinning, but you wouldn't be able to tell. I've been babbling for a while, so I'm going to let you all go with thank you so much for coming and spending a few of your precious minutes with me. Thank you for your support. Please leave comments and thumbs up in the down bar below. There's a few new subscribers. Thank you so much. And I will see you in 2 weeks for the next episode of the Knit and Purl podcast. Bye, you guys.